Intro starts in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to another episode of Third Culture Kid. My name is Yona, your host, and today's guest is a good friend of mine. He's Nigerian Austrian, born in Vienna, who moved to the UK just after kindergarten. He found his way back to Vienna in his early 20s to pursue a career in life sciences. And when he's not in the lab, he's making music, blending his passions into sound.
Wow, man.
Welcome, Brian.
Appreciate that. That's a nice intro, man. That's really cool.
Before we continue, actually, Brian and me, we go way back. We met during a master's program. I would say 10 years ago, almost.
Almost, yeah, crazy. You know, they say if you make it past the 7-year mark, they're in your life forever, man. So,
well, there you have it. There's the proof.
there you go.
Okay, Brian, let's pedal back in the timeline a little bit, if that's okay with you.
Yes.
Because I think we never really talked about your Nigerian origin. I'm aware that there are a lot of different ethnicities, but I think we never went too much into detail.
Yeah, so I guess I'm a bit of a mutt in a sense because my dad is Yoruba and my mom is Igbo, actually.
Okay.
So there are many different sub-ethnicities in Nigeria. There's Igbo, there's Yoruba, there's Ijaw, there's Edo, there's Hausa. There's so many different. Each one speaks their own language as well. Each one has their own cultural differences, traditional differences, and things like that. So yeah, I'm half Igbo, half Yoruba, which is strange in a way, actually.
Because it's not a thing that would happen.
I think it happens, but it's always weird because it's like I think the tribe that you associate with becomes a very defining feature of who you are as a person, actually. Because Yoruba and Igbo people are very different, actually. They're very different.
But if you could put it in words, what would be the differences in your opinion?
Yoruba people are very expressive. I think maybe I'll start with the similarities. Like both Yoruba people and Igbo people are very family oriented. I think Yoruba people, they kind of they're expressive. You know, they enjoy kind of. They're almost as if they're all extroverted,
like more loud and expressive.
Yeah. Yoruba, Igbo people are more quiet,
More introverted.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect fit. You know, one's extroverted, one's introverted. You know,
I guess that's what drew my mom and my dad together, right? But yeah, obviously there's geographical differences as well because. There's Igbo land in Nigeria.
Where is it located in Nigeria?
More south, I believe it is. Yeah. And you have like, if somebody says they're from Anambra or from Owerri or from Imo State, you'll immediately think that they're Igbo. If they're from, for example, my dad is from Wasimi, and that's more in the center of Nigeria. You would probably assume that he's like Yoruba or Hausa or something like this. You know?
Okay.
So yeah.
Very interesting. It's the first time really hearing this.
Yes.
And do you remember your first time going to Nigeria?
Yeah, I remember this. This is a very, 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 like, in as much as I can remember the time growing up in Vienna, I remember the first time I went to Nigeria as well, actually. I think I must have been like 10. We were in Owerri, and it was the first time seeing my grandmother as well.
Oh, that's lovely. How was that?
It was really cool, man. It was really cool. My grandma, she's a very beautiful, regal, stoic woman.
Oh, very nice.
And my cousins as well. It's funny. The thing about African culture, I think it is everybody who comes through your door is your auntie or uncle.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
You know? And then at some point you get confused because you're
That's
like...
very common in Asian culture, actually.
In Asian culture as well? Yeah, you never call like if somebody comes into your door, like maybe such and such is called like Ben or something like that. You never call them Ben or
No.
always auntie, uncle, you know. And if somebody's close to your age, then you might call them your cousin or something like this.
Well, okay, that's interesting. It's actually quite similar to Korean. So if let's say I would be actually your older brother.
Yeah.
Friends, but
Yeah.
I'm a bit older than you, so I would be actually your older brother. And
Yeah.
there's an expression that you would actually use in Korean to address me. So
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of similar.
Yes. And now that I think about it, I guess it's a way to like strengthen the ties between people who are from the same tribe as you. You know, everybody you come through the door is your family, you know, in a figurative manner, you know. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
But going back to my first time, I remember it was cool, man. It was you know what I remember? I remember being in a store with my uncle. I'm not sure if it's my actual uncle now, but just call my uncle.
Let's just call him uncle.
Let's just call him uncle. I remember we were watching the Jamie Foxx show.
Oh yeah.
And there was an episode where there was snow on the TV. And I remember everybody just being like, what is that white stuff that's falling down from the... We ain't never seen anything. What is this? What is this white stuff that is falling down? Does anybody know what is this? And then somebody must have been like, that's snow. And everybody was like, wow.
I know that.
But I didn't want to be a smart, so I didn't want to raise my hand and be like, it's water. That I've experienced that before. Yeah, so I remember that very vividly. I remember it. Sadly, I also have very, very negative experiences as well. I remember we were driving back from the airport, and unfortunately, the police in Nigeria is quite corrupt. And I remember we were pulled over by the police actually, and my uncle was driving me and my mom, you know, to the village and stuff like this. We got pulled over by the police. I remember this police officer coming and kind of interrogating my mom and my uncle
for no reason.
For no reason, man. For no reason. I remember he had a assault rifle strapped to his shoulders, right? And I just remember how brave my mom was. For me, it was crazy because like I feel like she wasn't afraid.
Yeah.
And I think for me, seeing that was pretty crazy.
I can imagine.
Because it's just like, holy shit, like, you know, obviously this is not the stereotypical police officer. You know, he doesn't really seem to be
trying to help you guys.
No, not really. Like there's nothing, there's no crime or narcotic activity going on around here. But I remember that very vividly as well. And just experiencing Nigeria, man. I think Nigeria is a very beautiful country, but unfortunately, you know, the politics, the bureaucracy and things like that, you know, it's not the best, you know. But yeah, no, I remember that, man. It was a very, I think for me, it was a very defining experience as a young kid going to Nigeria.
No, for sure. It sounds like a very, very interesting experience, especially as a child.
Yes.
And when did you go back to Nigeria the last time?
I think it was, holy shit, 2006, 2007, yeah.
Well, almost 20 years ago.
20 years ago, yeah, man. I remember the funniest thing is like when you're older and there's like little kids, they always want something from you, man.
Are we talking about your cousins now?
Yeah, with speech marks, you know, my cousins, you know. I think I gave one of them my Game Boy or something.
Oh no!
Yeah, I was heated, man. I was like, no, it's my Game Boy, man.
Oh, there's your childhood trauma.
Yeah, I know. But it's all good.
It's crazy because usually you visit your relatives and you come back with more than you leave.
No, you come back with less, less devices, less money.
But you're rich in experience.
Yes. Exactly.
No one can take this away from you now.
No, you know the crazy thing is like people back home, people in Nigeria, they feel like if you move to anywhere in Europe, anywhere in America,
You must be rich.
you've made it. That's like the land of milk and honey. So I think that's the reason why when you come back, they kind of
They expect something from you.
it has a lot to do with like the mindset, but they kind of like, you have so much, you have to give us something. Yeah, you know, and that's kind of where that comes from, you know.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, it is what it is, you know. Yeah, I guess I should say that like I'm very lucky that my parents did make the decision to move, because I think my life looks very different if I stay in Nigeria, and I know that there's a lot more opportunities that were given to my parents and by extension to me, living in Vienna or living in the UK. But yeah, I do think that mindset kind of holds us back a little bit, you know, because there's still a lot of opportunities in Nigeria.
Yeah, interesting topic. It's cool that you're mentioning it.
Yes.
Another thing that I'm curious is actually, do you still remember your transition to the UK when you were a child?
Brutal, man. Brutal. Oh shit. So I moved to Southeast London, right? And I moved to a place called Peckham. And Peckham is, dude, I experienced so much crazy stuff, man.
What happened?
No, like, so I went to a primary school called Peckham Park. And you know the episode, you know the intro of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? You know when they are like spinning him around?
Yeah.
In the intro?
Yes.
I had that experience, bro. I had an experience where I was like doing something, and the next thing I know, I'm spinning around, man.
What the hell is happening in Peckham? Is that your intro to Peckham? Every new person who comes to Peckham.
Yeah, dude. Like, I just remember, dude. Bro, I was bullied, man. Like I didn't speak that much English.
Yeah, true.
So I was probably the weird.
Why doesn't speak English?
Exactly, you know, like, what is wrong with you? And I'm probably like, ich hab keine Ahnung. And they're like, speak English, goddammit. Don't speak the German shit. But yeah, I remember I told my mom, and then within like a few days, I went to a different school, Camelot Primary School, and that was an amazing primary school, man. It was cool. I didn't get spun around.
Oh yeah, approved.
That was very good. Peckham back then was a pretty rough neighborhood. It was.
Is it still, or did it change?
It's changed a lot. There's been a lot of gentrification, actually. So when I was growing up there, the demographic was like Africans, Eastern Europeans, and Asians, basically. But like I'd say
the Holy Trinity.
Basically, yeah, man. Yeah. But it was rough, man. Like you had to be really careful where you went, you know, like especially as kids, we wanted to explore our neighborhood, but wherever you went, you had to make sure that you knew somebody that was there, you know, because gangs and
so there was a lot of gang violence.
A lot of gang. I mean, kids were taking knives to school. Kids were taking scissors to school. You know, people like I don't know if anybody.
I mean, it's also crazy that you would have to worry about those things at that age, right?
Unfortunately, man. One of the biggest cases was this kid called Damiloro Taylor, who was actually same age as us. Actually, he would have been in his 30s now had he lived to see this day. But yeah, I remember he was coming back from the library actually, and some kids just stabbed him.
That's freaking insane. Oh
just like that, man. And I remember it was such a big thing for us because I think it really. I think I can imagine for a lot of parents it was like very frightening to think that like your kid could go to a sporting event or could go to the library
get stabbed for no reason.
The like downstream, what that meant for me was like I had to like anytime I wanted to tell my parents like, yo, I'm going to such and such's place or whatever, you had to like explain what you're going to do there, how long you're going to take, and you know, things like this,
and plan everything properly ahead, I suppose.
Or you'd ask your friend I was pretty lucky because like my neighbor was my best friend. His name was Saeed, and then across from Saeed there was Jerome and Aisha, And then the building across, we had some other people like Bensi and just so many kids that we all knew each other. And we would always like kind of convene and be like, all right, on the weekend, we're going to go to this place. Saeed, all the parents like you. So you're going to be the one who's going to knock on everybody's house to like convince the parents
you guys can go.
That we can go. Yeah, honestly, because otherwise parents were just really afraid. They're really afraid to send the kids.
Yeah, of course.
To go and do anything. And, you know, for kids, you don't want to be in the house from morning till night. So yeah, that was.
But it's good that you guys looked out for each other and stick together and made it safely actually through this time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, thankfully. I think I think we were really lucky because growing up in the early 2000s, the kids, we had a lot of toys and we had a lot of things that were popping off that made it that made it cool to kind of stay in a spot and do something. Like when I was growing up, we had like Beyblade, you know, we had Game Boy.
I mean, you had a Game Boy, you had to give it away.
yeah. No, the good thing was I went from a Game Boy like the OG brick one to a Game Boy SP. So
actually, your cousin did you a favor in the
Yeah, he did, man. He did. He'd probably be mad if he found out.
You should thank him.
Exactly. Like, it's all good, man. Don't worry about it.
I lost my Game Boy. I got a better one.
I got a much better one, man. But yeah, we were lucky. We were not really too interested in all of that kind of stuff. We kind of just wanted to play Yu-Gi-Oh, play Beyblade, play with our scooters, ride on our bikes and stuff like this, you know. I think that really helped, you know. And I was always more of like a nerdier kind of kid. I was into Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings and Yu-Gi-Oh, and I always had like a cocoon actually to retreat to where I could just do these things
by yourself, basically, right?
By myself or with friends. Like my friends, they were also into that. And thankfully, like Saeed, he had like an older brother, and I think he was more of like a rougher kid, but like that was huge because if you wanted to go somewhere and somebody asks you where you're from, you could just like name drop, like, oh yeah, I'm friends with Saeed and like his older brother is such and such, and I'd be like, oh yeah,
sure,
cool.
Come on in.
yeah, cool. Yeah, these people are cool, but yeah, it was crazy growing up.
That's insane. Crazy story. But you still decided to stay then, right? Later on.
Actually, something crazy happened. Like, one of the, I guess this is like an inflection point for me, but like when I turned like 15, 16, I started playing basketball actually.
Oh, yeah. I was going to ask, when did this come into play?
Actually, because here in Vienna, we had a family friend who was a basketball player. And he got a scholarship to a JUCO college in Texas, actually. And we would talk on the phone and he would tell me about how he was playing basketball and all of his adventures and stuff like that. And
nice.
I thought that was so cool. You know, I was like, yeah, man, wow, he's playing basketball. Unfortunately, he passed away. He had a heart attack.
Oh, shit.
When I found out about this, I was like, I'm going to play basketball in memory of him. His name is Mike.
How old was he?
It must have been in his 20s, early 20s.
Oh, shit. So tragic.
It was really tough, man. And so I started playing when I was like 15, 16. And I started playing like every day.
So it became like a new obsession. Right?
Dude, like, you know, the weather in the UK is not the best, but like...
I was going to actually ask, where did you play?
Outside in the rain.
It's outside in the rain with an umbrella.
It would have been nice, man, but like... Honestly, like, just started playing basketball.
Did you play in a club?
So there was a club that I joined that was really cool because I found other people who love basketball as well. And then there was a camp actually that a friend of mine was like, dude, we have to go. Like this guy called Steve Bucknell. I think he was quite a well-known British player who played in the NBA. I think he played on the Lakers, actually.
I actually have to Google him later.
You might have to Google him, yeah. And so he had a camp, and I went to the camp, and it was a great experience, man, because it was, you know, you're playing with your friends and stuff like that, and there's like a pecking order, and you kind of find out who's good and who's okay and stuff like that. But going to the camp, it was like...
I was always in the bottom, just so...
Dude, you're being super modest, man.
No, just...
No, man.
The water boy. That was me. Towel guy.
Oh man. But going to the camp was a cool experience because like everybody there loved basketball, but like you see how hardworking people are,
Yeah.
And I remember one of the last days there, he kind of gave like this sheet of paper to everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like what you should be doing every single day to be getting better, And it was like 300 jump shots every single day, like an hour of ball handling drills.
So kind of like his blueprints of basketball.
Yeah, and I was just like, shit, I'm shooting like maybe 50 shots every day, thinking like I'm doing something, And he's like, nah, 6 times. It was crazy, but it was a great experience for me, And what happened was actually, so the way it works in the UK is you do primary school, secondary school, and then after secondary school you can go to a trade school, or you can go to something called college, where you do 2 years, where you specialize and you focus on 4 to 5 subjects.
All right. Okay.
So I went to college. I went to a college in Lewisham. After my first year, my dad was actually taught this. This is crazy because he got in contact with the missionaries that converted him to Mormonism.
Oh, okay.
And they were asking him about me. And, he was telling them a little bit about me. And they were like, hey, does Brian want to come to visit us in America? So I was like,
yeah, let's go.
I was like, is that even a question? So my mom bought the tickets. I went to America, and what was meant to be like a month vacation turned into 9 months, man.
That's great. That's nice.
Yeah.
So where exactly was this?
Utah.
Utah.
Yeah, a place called Spanish Fork.
Oh, Spanish Fork.
Oh man, it was funny because like I went from like black people everywhere, like in Lewisham and Peckham, it's like black people everywhere, To Utah, it's like just white people everywhere. So it was very interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna ask actually, isn't Utah a pretty racist state?
Yeah, I mean, like I think it's a pretty red state.
Yeah.
I think it's always red. But it's a beautiful place, man.
Like Salt Lake. I definitely want to visit. One time.
Yeah, dude.
Amazing,
yeah. I mean, it's just very white, very like cowboys and and Mormons, and that was pretty much it, right? That was pretty much it.
That sums up my 9 months.
Yep, pretty much. But unfortunately, I was about 17, 18 at the time, and I wanted to go to uni there, but we didn't manage to sort out the visa, and so I had to come back. And that was a very difficult thing for me because I felt like I could realize my hoop dreams there.
Oh, are you telling me you could have played for the Utah Jazz?
I could have, man. Could have made it. No, I didn't have it.
John Stockton.
3.0. Dude, you know what's crazy? Like, I did meet Karl Malone, though.
No way.
I met him. Yeah. He has a car dealership somewhere out in the sticks in Utah. And we went there. And I met him, man. And he is just a giant of a man. Right. And the first thing that he said to me was like, don't talk to my daughter. I was like, dude, I came here for you. I didn't come here for your daughter.
Yeah, but your daughter a fan of yours.
No, he was a really cool guy, actually. And that was a pretty cool experience, man. Yeah.
Wow, freaking legend.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? I actually met Deron Williams a year before I met Karl Malone.
Oh, wow.
Deron came to a tournament that we had in the UK. And it's crazy, like, it's so funny because, like, I remember meeting him and everybody was, like, touching him and, like, wanted to take a picture of him and stuff like that. He was like Jesus, man. We felt like if we touch him, we're going to get, like, better, So we're like, hey, man, let me touch his shoes. Let me touch his whatever. And, the funniest thing is, like, whenever you ask somebody like that, like, how they got to where they got to, they give you the most basic answer, man. Because we're like, we were like, yo, how did you make it to the NBA? And he was just like, hard work, man. We're just like, bro, I told you, man, like hard work, man. Like, oh, damn, Doron, you're right, man. Hard work. That's what it takes to make to the NBA, man.
Yep, Doron, thanks. Hard work, noted.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're expecting like, I don't know, man. I did this or I did that or I went through this or went through that. But it was just 2 words, just hard work. That's it. But yeah, Utah was a great experience, man. But it didn't work out, and I had to come back, and that was pretty difficult for me because I came back towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
So the enrollment period had already finished.
All right.
So actually, what happened is, come January, I went to go and see my dad. I came to Vienna actually to spend like a few months with my dad, and I did a Deutsch course actually here, which was pretty cool. But yeah, then I came back again, back to the UK, and went to a college, did my 2 years, and then I went to uni.
Oh wow, that's a crazy year.
Yeah, man.
But how was it for you going back to Austria then?
I think it's easier if you have friends or family around. Thankfully, I did. That made the transition a lot easier. I have family here. I have friends here. You know what? Like, you and the friends that we had. So I hope they don't mind me name dropping them. But it was, it was me, it was you, it was Anita, Mara, Andy. You guys made the transition very, very seamless. Because you guys were...
Yeah, oh yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, man. Honestly, you guys are all very cool people, very down to earth, great sense of humor, and every day was just banter. Like sitting there and talking or playing cards or...
Yeah, good old uni times.
I think that really helped, man. Just having a good group of friends around, and yeah, just spending time with you guys was just good fun, man.
Your biggest difficulties when coming back?
I think the biggest thing was the language barrier.
Yeah.
Because I think that our course was in English.
Yeah.
But I think you could tell that sometimes the lecturers, they were more comfortable in German.
German,
So sometimes they would revert back to German.
It's terrible German English.
It was German English, right? And the protein will bind to the receptor,
which makes everything worse.
Right. So
neither nor.
Yeah, I think the language was a bit of a barrier.
Yeah, but you improved so much by now.
Yes.
So one thing I remember was that I think you coming back to Vienna basically kickstarted your little music production journey, and yeah, tell me about that.
Let me think about my music journey. Actually, I think at some point when I was in secondary school, rap was like a big thing actually for us. But it wasn't just rap; it was rap and R&B.
Which artists, like in particular, you were?
Sadly, like because he's kind of on a downhill trajectory right now. We're listening to a lot of Kanye West. We're listening to a lot of Lil Wayne, a lot of Ludacris.
Oh, classics.
A lot of Young Jeezy. And then R&B wise, we're listening to like Mario, Jay Holiday, Brandy.
Oh, Brandy.
Dude,
old school.
Brandy. My stepdad actually had a Brandy tape that he used to play in his car.
Oh, really? And that influenced you?
That influenced me. Bro, Brandy's dope. Michael Jackson. So we're listening to all of these guys, but I remember like in school, guys were also rapping as well, So like you'd have your cricket players, you'd have your football players, you have your basketball players.
There's a cipher.
And then there's just something going on, and two guys are like, rap bad. And it was the time where like we had like Sony Ericssons and Nokias and stuff like that. So one guy would like bring a phone with the beat on it, he would play it, and then the other guy would record it, and
so many people involved for just one.
Dude, it was a funny production thing that they had going on, man. But like I think UK artists were also starting to take off a little bit. We had Tiny Temper, we had obviously classic guys like Craig David.
Oh, Craig David was so popular in German-speaking countries.
Really?
In Germany.
Nah, Craig David is dope, man. I mean, we had people like Ellie Goulding and Adele was popping off at the time and stuff like this. So
Ellie Goulding, totally forgot about.
Right, like that's a throwback, right? Crazy, yeah. But I used to listen to everything. Like I remember when do you remember that song I'll See Fireflies?
Oh my god.
Dude, I was bumping that shit. Like, I always had like a eclectic music taste. Like, I would listen to like everything. Like, I'd listen to rap and R&B. Do you know what's funny? I remember during primary school, we went on a road trip, right? And this was back when you had MP3 players.
Yeah.
The USB, they were basically a USB stick with an audio jack in there, right? That let you like
128 MB.
do like 5 songs max on there. So I had one, right? And the first few songs I had on there were like Ludacris, Lil Wayne, Kanye West, and stuff like that.
And then there's this one song.
And then I had like Fall Out Boy, but I was like way in the back, right? So I remember like a friend of mine was like, like we were just giving each other like the USBs and like listening. So I remember like he was like, I wanna hear what you're listening to. So I gave it to him. I'm sitting there, I'm chilling. I didn't think he would make it that far back, right?
Dude, just 5 songs.
No, yeah, 5, 6 songs, you know. So at some point, I just hear, what the fuck? Like, yo, Mandem. Hey, yo, Brian's listening to Fall Out Boy, man. What the fuck? It was like that meme, like that guy. He was like, brother, what's that? What's that, brother? What's that?
Oh, you got busted.
I got busted, but it's funny, like there's always that like one other kid that's like, nah, I listen to that shit.
But Fall Out Boy was actually pretty good.
Bro, Fall Out Boy, I still fuck with them. Like they're just cool.
Well, there's some good songs, I admit it.
Yeah, man.
I wouldn't put him on my MP3, but
Nah, what? That you live and you learn, man. You learn.
But I like your strategy. Put them at the end.
At the end, so that I didn't think you would make it that far, man. You know.
So when you're listening to, you can listen.
Yeah. Hold on, wait. Let me just go back to the beginning real quick, just so that you have the full listening experience.
MP3 players, what a time.
Did you also have that as well?
Was terrible. Like this chunks.
Yeah.
Chunks.
Yeah, man.
It was super heavy.
Yeah, I mean we couldn't afford an iPod, right?
Yeah.
So MP3 players were like the next best thing, and then back then we had LimeWire and uTorrent. So we would just like, well, allegedly we would burn our music onto the thing, And,
those good old times.
Don't get Spotify, get Apple Music and stuff like that. We were too broke to.
Back in the days, listening to music legally was not
boring.
Cool. It was boring.
It's like,
what?
What?
Let me go on LimeWire.
Exactly, dude. I can get the album for free, man. How much you pay for that shit? Like $5.99. I got this for £0.
If you call everything's illegal.
Exactly.
You were listening to like literally almost everything.
Yeah, everything. When I got during my masters, actually, a friend of mine came and gave me Fruit Loops. Actually, he installed it on my PC, and I just started like producing, man. I had like really terrible speakers, and I just started like making beats that probably sounded like kids. Like it probably sounded like Thomas the Tank Engine intro theme song.
Those type of beats are fire now.
They're pretty good, man. They're pretty in vogue right now, man. That's the kind of stuff that I was making,
Things AI cannot do.
Exactly. Make a trash beat.
It's too perfect now.
Oh man, I just started producing a lot, man, and the weird thing is when you start producing, you kind of figure out why you like the music that you do, like people have always told me that like you like soulful music, or you like music that has just some kind of soul to it, and like when you produce, or when I started to produce and I started to figure out how music theory is necessary for creating some kind of vibe, some kind of feeling, it was a really good experience, man. And producing stuff that I eventually became proud of was also a cool experience. So no, it was just really cool, man, to start producing, and to work with musically gifted people. I worked with a few people who could sing, could write.
Yeah, you were actually quite active, right? It's crazy.
At some point, yeah.
You should mention your alias.
It's Chigozie, so Chigozie, and I'm not on Instagram anymore, but on YouTube you'll probably find me if you type in Chigozie Beats. Yeah,
nice.
Probably find me.
Are you on SoundCloud?
I'm on SoundCloud, man. SoundCloud. SoundCloud is a great place to find music that fits your taste,
right?
But you would probably never find on Spotify or YouTube or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. What about you? We have a similar music taste. Like, how do you discover music nowadays? Like, is there a playlist or a channel that you go to?
Definitely, Spotify, SoundCloud for sure. But I think I discovered a lot of music recently while I was traveling in Asia, for instance. Some local musicians that I discovered and was recommended to me as well. But there's also times I just randomly come across something, and I'm not gonna tell anyone about this.
It's funny because like when you discover a certain artist, you kind of want to keep them for yourself.
Yeah. It's not even like this. I'm a bit embarrassed.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to have to follow boy experience. I would say go to the last song. This is what I was saying.
So I can recommend you 3 other songs that are better than the one you just listened to. Okay. Oh man.
Well, it's interesting. Do you have any upcoming projects that you were working on, like you work on still this day? Anything?
Before I kind of stopped making music, I was working on a project actually. It was space inspired actually. So I think around about the time I was watching a lot of space stuff like Interstellar,
right.
And just
NASA inspired.
NASA, yeah, all of that kind of stuff, man. So I kind of wanted to make a project which was kind of about humans going into space, but just kind of tell a story sonically, and just do it like that, And I was working on this, and I pretty much had all of the tracks that I wanted to. It's funny because like every time I want to put a project out, something happens to my laptop, and it happened to me a few years ago. It's not meant to be, man.
You're not meant to be famous.
No, not for music, But I want to fix my laptop, which I produce music on, and I want to give those projects to a sound engineer and put it out there. I don't really care about like the views and stuff like that.
It's just for yourself.
Yeah,
just put something out there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
You're famous anyways. I mean,
no, I'm not.
What do you need?
I'm not. I'm locally famous. Like in my Stiege, in Stiege 6, I'm so famous.
Well, there's a different kind of fame, but it's still famous.
Man. That's infamous.
Oh, the infamous DJ in Stiege 6.
We got him.
Okay, I think we came to the end of the pod, man.
Awesome. It's a pleasure, man.
No, thanks for coming. I've been meaning to invite you for a long time. I'm looking forward for your projects a lot.
Thank you, man.
And that's a wrap.
That's a wrap, man.
Damn.
Nice.